It was a flight that started like any other. Passengers boarding, luggage stowed, seatbelts fastened. But what happened next would change everything. A decision made in haste, a moment of prejudice, and a regret that would echo far beyond the confines of that airplane. This is the story of a flight attendant who refused to let two black women sit in VIP seats and instantly regretted it. The story begins at JFK International Airport in New York City. It was a crisp Tuesday morning, the kind where the sun glints off the windows of the terminal and the air buzzes with the hum of travelers heading to their destinations. Among them were two women, best friends since college, heading to Los Angeles for a much-needed vacation. Their names were Danielle and Keisha, both successful, both confident, and both carrying the kind of energy that turns heads. Danielle, a corporate lawyer, and Keisha, a renowned fashion designer, had booked their tickets months in advance. They'd splurged on first-class seats, a treat to celebrate Keisha's latest collection debuting at LA Fashion Week. But little did they know, their journey would take a turn they never expected. As they approached the gate, the flight attendant, a woman in her late 30s named Linda, greeted passengers with a practiced smile. But when Danielle and Keisha presented their tickets, something shifted. Linda's smile faltered. She glanced at their tickets, then at them, and then back at the tickets. Her tone changed. "I'm sorry, but these seats are reserved for VIPs. You'll need to move to economy." Danielle and Keisha exchanged glances. They knew their tickets were valid. They'd paid for first class. But Linda was insistent, her voice firm, her demeanor cold. Other passengers began to notice. Whispers spread. But Danielle and Keisha weren't the type to back down. Danielle, calm but firm, asked to speak to the manager. Linda hesitated, then called over her supervisor, a man named Greg. Greg reviewed the tickets, confirmed they were legitimate, and apologized profusely. But the damage was done. The moment had already sparked something bigger. As Danielle and Keisha settled into their seats, the atmosphere on the plane was tense. Passengers exchanged glances. Some recorded the incident on their phones. And Linda? She tried to go about her duties, but her hands were shaking. She knew she'd made a mistake. A big one. The flight landed in Los Angeles, but the story was just beginning. By the time Danielle and Keisha stepped off the plane, the incident had already gone viral. Social media exploded with outrage. News outlets picked up the story, and Linda, she was suspended pending an investigation. Linda's life changed overnight. She received countless messages, some supportive, many harsh. She realized the gravity of her actions, the prejudice she'd allowed to cloud her judgment, and she regretted it deeply. But this story doesn't end in anger, it ends in growth. Linda reached out to Danielle and Keisha, offering a heartfelt apology. She took sensitivity training, volunteered with organizations promoting racial equality, and worked to educate others about unconscious bias. Danielle and Keisha, gracious and forgiving, accepted her apology. They even collaborated with her on a project to raise awareness about racial discrimination. What started as a moment of prejudice became a powerful lesson in understanding, empathy, and change. This story is a reminder that our actions have consequences, that prejudice, no matter how small it seems, can cause deep harm. But it's also a story of redemption, of learning from our mistakes and striving to do better, because in the end, it's not about where we sit on a plane, but how we choose to treat one another. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe, comment, and share. Let's continue the conversation. Together, we can create a world where everyone is treated with the respect and dignity they deserve.